Yo, what's up guys? Another video. Something interesting. Crafting. It kind of sucks right now, right? Yeah. And you might be asking, why is your screen empty? I was lazy. I'm gonna show you some other stuff later, but whatever. Crafting runes. It kind of sucks because you get a lot of 5s. And the 5-star sucks. No one likes 5 stars. Why are we still getting 5 stars? Does crafting have to be buffed? Or is crafting actually still pretty good because you actually get the specific rune that you want? And that has some more value to it, which I put in the math all the way at the end of the video. I'll put a timestamp so you just click on that and you skip the whole rest of the video. But if you would like to see it, I did craft about like 5,000 plus materials. I had max materials and I crafted them all on stream. I got a bunch of whole crap, but I'm just gonna speed my way through it, put on some music, do that kind of things, just slow it down when I get the legendaries and that kind of jazz. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and all the way at the end I put the math on my conclusion of why I think it is or is not interesting to still craft in 2021. Okay, so I used about 5% of the max material for runes, and I already kept 3 runes and maybe 4. Well, it's still re-up potential, so is RNG is what it is, same as this shite. I kind of remember most of the stuff when I got most of the stuff, at least the important stuff. Ooh, HP or attack. Why is everything fucking flat for defense? Too bad. I think it's in 5. Oh, HP. Oh, fuck you. No, actually I need attack. I need attack with an innate on that slot. But I'm trying to keep the Sunday like same time as right now. Ooh, we got a good one. We got a good, speed. Fuck you. Ooh, or is this one gonna be crazy crit damn? Why is everything flat stats? Ooh, could this be speed up? I burned 400 mil on the artifacts. Ooh, speed. Nice. Ooh. Oh no, there he goes with the XL again. So in DB12 we have a chance of 73% to get a rune, which is that, and then we have the chance of getting a fire rune, which is actually lower than the others because the others are 17. Is about 13.3. So a total chance of the whole sequence is about 10.10%. Then we add in the chance how much times do you get a blue, a hero, or a legendary. Legendary is 3.1%. So the whole sequence of those. Also, if my math is wrong at any time, I will upload another sheet that someone corrected me. I could be wrong with some of this math, but if there's something in the description with another link to an Excel sheet, then it's probably someone that corrected me. I could be wrong in some of these numbers, but whatever. So yeah, then we have a 35% chance to get a hero and a 3.10% chance to get a legendary. So that means once in every 319.5 runs, you're gonna get a fire legendary from your dragons. Let's compare that to crafting runes. So for crafting runes, you can get 5 stars and you can get 6 stars. I know this was a little bit far soon, but okay. So you can get 5 stars or 6 stars. Getting a 6 star, which we only care about because everyone's gonna sell all of the 5 stars pretty much, is 29.40%. Then the odds of getting a legendary is actually 10%, which is a decent amount. 10%. Hero is 25.10 and the leftover are for blues. So that means your odds of getting a legendary 6 star is 1 in 34. That is actually a reasonable amount. Let's actually calculate that back towards how many dungeon runs it is to get 34 craft. So the odds of getting crafting materials, so you can also just look it up on Swar Farm. And they say you get about 80 in 100 runs, which translates back to 0.8 per run. You need 18 to craft, and then you get 22, 23, and 20 to get your crafting materials. And before I put it as a sum, but it's not really as a sum, because if you do the 22 runs, you're also getting the greens and you're also getting the pieces. So actually you should take the max, but I think that's also unfair because the max of this would be the greens. But the greens you also get more from other dungeons. So it's really hard to translate where you actually get your craft from and how far you have to go for like which dungeons. Because at some point you farm some more of the other dungeon, then some more of this dungeon, and you get that kind of crafting materials. So in case we're looking at dragons right now, I'm taking the 22.44 runs to get enough of the 18 to craft, and probably most people are stacking more rune pieces than they have anything else anyways. And then whether you have like the red or green or the green and purple, all those kind of things, you just have to min-max a little bit by yourself. But let's say you need 22 runs to actually get a craft. So that means that you get a legendary rune from crafting once in every 763 runs, which is quite some more than the legendary odd from just the runs itself. So to summarize that, that is 1 out of 319 or 1 out of 763 to get your legendaries. Which is a ratio of 2.38, which means for every legendary rune, for every 2.38 legendary rune violent that you get from the your normal runs, you're gonna get 1 from your crafting, which is actually a reasonable amount. And therefore I would say, yeah, crafting is still kind of worth it, because you can just specify specifically on getting the rune that you want. So of course it's gonna be Swift, unless you want Despair, Will, unless you want Rage, and a Vio. And I think you would go for Swift, Will, and Vio. And you can go specifically in that rune. Sure, it's still less. Sure, I do think rune crafting would need a buff. And sure, I do think that they're gonna buff it at some point maybe. So it is better probably to save your materials, but just use your materials once you get like close to max materials of anything. Maybe use like 500, maybe use like 1,000. You see me in the previous clips get a whole bunch of crap. That is fairly possible. It's still RNG. You could get your best rune from a craft. I actually have some runes like that I need a really specific slot with an innate, and I got that exactly from crafting. So that is actually possible. So I do not think crafting is that bad, but I do think that I'm not too sure how Kantos thinks about it, that they would have to up it, because crafting is actually, it is not that bad because you can really focus on the rune that you want. So that is said, would you ask me to do crafting? Yes, I would actually say do crafting, but keep in mind you can get shit, you can get good stuff, same as everything. RNG is RNG. The only question is, would you save it right now for a possible buff later? Yeah, that, well, we don't know, I don't know, you don't know. Countess probably doesn't even know if they're gonna up like the crafting rate. They could do it at some point, so therefore for the people that don't mind it that much, save for max materials. From max materials start chipping it down a little bit, save for max materials again, chip it down a bit. So that's my advice for that. One small addition, materials for one legendary craft is probably about 600 of the main material and about 400 of your rune pieces. So keep that in mind. If you will go like, you cut like 500 of the rune pieces, you're only gonna get 1 legendary grind, which is not that, or you're only gonna get 1 legendary rune, which is not that much. And you can of course get flat stats. And flat stats really suck, as you could have seen in the previous thing. Man, I was editing this and I was watching it back. I'm like, wow, that was depressing. I even went like full on it. Yeah, that's that. Well, anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Seiishizo here, and see you in the next one.